Hi, this is Harsh from the other side of the world, and you're listening to Within 5 Minutes. This week is a special week. We have a special episode, and it's a conversation through time. As I settled into my favorite spot, a cozy bench nestled under the giant peepal tree, I felt a sense of calm enveloping me. The world seemed to slow down, allowing me to appreciate the simple joys of life. The tranquil surroundings offer respite from the busyness of daily life, allowing my mind to wander freely. My emotions don't fluctuate easily, and my expressions generally stay flat. But under the allure of the golden hour, the essence of my happiness burst through. Lost in my thoughts, I hardly noticed a figure approaching until he took seat next to me. I rolled my eyes to the sides, trying to take a quick glimpse of the person, and what I saw took me aback. I was staring at a slightly older version of myself, adorned with a wiser gaze and a comforting smile. How could this be? Are you real? I wanted to say, but words struggled to leave my mouth. I know this is pretty wild, but I assure you, this is real, he said as if he read my mind. His voice echoed through my body as if I was speaking those words myself. Time seemed to stand still as I took in the surreal encounter. With a warm smile, my older self effortlessly blended into the tranquility of the surroundings and stared into the horizon with a mysterious demeanor. I'm sure you have a lot to ask, but this encounter is a rare gift. It would be meaningless to talk about your future, as your future may not be the same as my past after our conversation today. So let's just loosen up a bit and talk as friends, you and me, he said. I don't know what to say. It's unreal, I told him with a shaky voice. It's okay, just breathe. Slow down and cherish this moment. Time passes quickly, and before you know it, you'll be as old as I am. Trust me, you don't want to be growing up too fast. Is it scary, growing up? I interrupted. Well, not really. It can be a bit scary at times, but it's also a wonderful and exciting phase of life. You have a lot more responsibilities and challenges, which can sometimes feel intimidating. You might have fewer friends and often feel like you made the wrong decision. But you also learn so many new things, become independent, and discover who you really are. You create this unique version of yourself from everything you've experienced, and it all feels worth it. It's in growing up that you understand how fleeting time is and how important a simple moment can be. A long pause followed his answer. He didn't say anything more than he needed to. It was as if he was choosing his words very delicately. Does it ever get easier? I asked. No, he paused again. But you do get stronger. Growing up is a journey of self-discovery. You discover what you like and what you don't like. You learn from your mistakes as you grow. Every failure becomes an opportunity for growth, and you start making better decisions with time. Just like when you learn to ride a bicycle, it might be scary and challenging at first. But as you push through your fear, you become more skilled and confident. Life does not become easier in the sense that your challenges disappear, but you do become better equipped to face those challenges. I was in awe of this man. Damn. Would it be okay if I asked you what you've become in your life? I asked, fully aware that this may affect my perception of myself. I fear not, but maybe there's something else you should ask me, he responded. How do I know what I want in my life? I asked again. That's a tricky question. It's something all of us keep asking ourselves no matter how old we are. But we as humans are constantly changing depending on our experiences, And that changes our perception of life and what we want out of it. Finding what you want in life can take time, and it's okay to explore everything you fancy and change your mind along the way. After all, understanding what you don't want will help you get one step closer to what you do. There's no rush in figuring everything out right away. It may seem like everyone has their shit together, but in reality, everyone is just swinging it. Even I am, he replied, with a cheeky little smile on his face. That's a little reassuring to hear. I've always thought that adults have everything figured out and they know with absolute certainty what the right choice is. I expressed, hoping he would pick up on my statement. Well, the truth is, we don't. Being an adult does not mean having all the answers or knowing exactly what to do in every situation. I remember when someone crashed into my car for the first time. I didn't know how to respond. Do I ask him to pay for the damages or do I call the cops first? I did neither. I called Dad, hoping that he can come and handle the situation. Adults make mistakes all the time, and we're constantly adapting and finding our way, just like you are. It may seem like we know what we're doing, but underneath that facade, we're hoping that we've made the right choice. We're all in this together, and it's okay to not have everything figured out, he articulated profoundly. That is a little hard to digest. Adults seem so mature and responsible, while I am a mess. I just wish I had someone tell me all these things before. I reacted immediately. These are things that one figures out through experience. No matter what I tell you today, you will only believe it once you experience it yourself. Think of it like this. You may love your burgers today, even though your parents ask you to cut down on it. But someday in the future, you will be the one telling others to cut down on it. Sometimes, life brings you full circle to a place you have been before, just to show you how much you've grown. It's ironical, he explained with another broad smile on his face. Thank you. I don't know why you're telling me all this, but it feels good to hear this coming from myself. Relax. I'm just as excited as you are. You have the power of time on your side, and that is a gift that keeps compounding. I'm happy I was able to meet you today, he said with his hand gently rubbing my head. The golden hour had now turned into a dark shade of blue and grey. The older version of me looked around the park as if he were trying to memorize every corner of it. It's getting a little dark. It's time to go home. I didn't want this meeting to end. I wanted to ask him so much more. But I knew I already got more than I asked for. Where will you go? I added. Back where I belong, he answered. Will I see you again? Maybe, maybe not. A wave of disappointment rode its way across my face. May this spark always remind you of the conversation we had today, he said, as he dusted his pants and started walking towards where he came from. And in a quick movement, he turned back and waved at me. And hey, never say never. I hope this episode has given you a little wisdom that you seek to navigate your daily life. This week, we'll only have one episode as I want to keep the theme of getting in touch with your inner self. Next week, we're going to have the season's finale with 2 episodes, so I hope you'll tune in on Monday. Bye.